Part 2. Describe an important decision that you made. One of the most important decisions I've ever made was deciding to take part in an English public speaking competition during my final year of high school. When my teacher first introduced the competition, I wasn't interested at all. Although I loved English, I had always been afraid of public speaking. The thought of delivering a speech in front of hundreds of people honestly terrified me. For several days I kept asking myself whether I should register or simply stay in my comfort zone. Eventually, after talking to my teacher and my parents, I realized that opportunities like this didn't come along very often. Even if I failed, I'd still learn something valuable from the experience, so I decided to give it a shot. That single decision completely changed the following 3 months of my life. I spent almost every afternoon practicing with my teammates, improving my English and learning how to become a more confident speaker. The competition itself wasn't easy, and we even faced technical problems on the day of the event. However, everything eventually worked out, and our team was lucky enough to win first prize. Looking back now, I don't think winning was the most important outcome. The real reward was discovering that I was capable of much more than I'd ever imagined.
Describe a time when you worked in a group. I'd like to talk about the time when I worked with a small team to prepare for an English public speaking competition. Our team consisted of 3 students and 1 English teacher, and we worked together for nearly 3 months before the competition. Although I was the person delivering the speech, everyone had an important role. One teammate helped me research ideas, another designed the PowerPoint slides, while our teacher constantly gave us feedback on the content and my presentation skills. Of course, working in a group wasn't always easy. Sometimes we had completely different opinions about how the speech should be organized. There were also days when everyone was tired after school, making it difficult to stay productive. However, instead of arguing, we learned to listen to one another and focus on finding the best solution rather than proving who was right. Looking back, I think that was one of the biggest reasons why we worked so well together. On the day of the competition, our teamwork became even more important when our laptops suddenly stopped working. While I was trying to stay calm, my teammates quickly borrowed another laptop and copied all our files over. Thanks to everyone's efforts, we managed to solve the problem just in time. In the end, our team won first prize, and that experience taught me that success is rarely the result of one person's effort. Behind every achievement is usually a great team.
Describe a time when you had a problem using an electronic device / describe a challenging technological problem you faced. You should say when it happened, where it happened, what the problem was, and explain how you solved the problem at last. One of the most stressful experiences I've ever had with an electronic device happened on the day of an English public speaking competition. Everything had gone according to plan until about 20 minutes before my presentation. While I was checking my PowerPoint slides one last time, my laptop suddenly froze and refused to open the presentation. For a few seconds, I completely panicked because we had spent nearly 3 months preparing for the competition, and I thought all our hard work might be wasted. Fortunately, I wasn't alone. My teammates immediately started looking for a solution. One of them borrowed another laptop from one of the volunteers, while another quickly copied our presentation from a USB drive. After a few anxious minutes, everything was finally working again. Although the problem only lasted around 10 minutes, it felt much longer because everyone was under so much pressure. Looking back, I'm actually grateful that it happened because it taught me an important lesson. No matter how well you prepare, unexpected problems can always arise. The key is to stay calm, think clearly, and work together to solve them rather than wasting time panicking.